back to Shoal Bay where we dock our boats at Spencer's Landing. I'm going to go through my procedure that I do every time when I'm coming back to prep for docking. Sargo just lends itself to safety and this simplicity of getting your boat into the marina and to a dock. And again, like I always say, docking should not be an extreme sport, and part of that is being organized. So the first thing I'm doing when I'm going to come off the plane, which is absolutely a given, and then I'm going to prepare myself with getting my seat out of the way. I'm going to push my helm station up, and I'm going to move the wheel up. So now I'm in a position to be able to move around the boat. I slide the door open if it's not open, and then I open up the gate in the gunnel. So now I have direct access to the dock if I'm by myself, if the wind's blowing. Really important to be organized. So we don't have fenders or lines out, so another great feature of these boats is we don't have much current, but for the sake of this video, we have DPS. And so now, if we were in current or wind, or if you're waiting to go into the locks, I can hit DPS, and it's gonna hold me approximately on station. It's always good to be into the current or into the wind, not a beam to it, because the boat will just work really hard. And right now you can barely hear, here you go, they're coming up now, but you can hear the engines pulsating to keep us on station. So I'm gonna step outside and you can join me and I'll show you how I set up the boat for docking. So I've got some lines stowed right now. If I am running about and I know I'm gonna be docking in and out of places, I'll leave my lines set up. But when I'm going longer distances, I like to stow my line, so it's something I don't have to deal with at all when underway, especially when it's rough. So what I like to do is have my lines flaked, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So it's easy if someone's on the dock, or for me just to grab. So I like to walk my line back to where it's easy for me to reach, put my hand on that location. This would be just like if you were throwing a top line down, if you're a rock climber. So I'm flaking, and I have these nice long braids on either side, which keeps them from falling through when you're underway. And then you can put your hand through here, and then all these braids come out and through. And when we get to the marina, you'll see how easy that is to step off and grab those. And we're going to set that up on a stern line as well. So again, the importance of all this is to be prepared for what the next step's going to be and organized. And if you do this the same way every time, docking becomes a good habit instead of making it up as you go. So there we go, there's our braids, nice and long, hand goes through, pull the braids through, and this isn't coming out. So when you're underway, it's when you have these nice long braids. So there's my stern line, and we're going to throw some fenders down there. So Sargo's got these great fender holders, helps you to stay organized. And again, if I'm just running about, I'll leave the fenders on, but when we're going on a trip, I like to stow them. So we've got a chain sinnet back here for our fenders. You pull the loop out. So this is a safety, and I pull one out, and you can just pull that out. Then you have access to your fenders. Kind of a nice, elegant way to stow your fenders. If possible, I like to put my fenders on a pole so nothing's sliding around. And I also don't like to put my fenders on the cleats. And I just use a clove hitch here, and if I can get another wrap around, and this one I can't. All right, good to go. Into the marina we go. So now we've got our fenders down, lines prepared. We're gonna come into the marina. I like to use the throttle to get into the marina and close by. And then if you need to last minute adjustments, you have a joystick. Also easy enough to come into the marina on full joystick mode. Another thing to do before you arrive is turn on your bow thruster. Again, as another tool in your toolkit. Once you skill stack all these different options you have, then you just have different things to pull on depending on the circumstances and the conditions when you're docking. Sometimes you need more RPMs, sometimes it's a day like today where it's pretty calm, a little wind, but it'll be a breeze pulling in. And it looks like maybe they left us some room on the dock. So while our marina is pretty wide open, it's easy for us to shoot into the marina. If I am going into marinas and I'm turning a lot, I prefer to use the throttles, the port and starboard engines, to turn the boat. And I like to treat the boat like an arrow, and I make the arrow point in the direction I want it to go versus turning. So I consider maneuvering is with the engines, steering or driving is with the wheel. I know some of you might get upset that I call it driving a boat instead of piloting a boat, but these boats are driving to me versus piloting a large vessel or a ship. So that's why I refer it to as driving, because it is like driving a car. The nice feature of a joystick, if you have a tight spot to pull into, you can pull parallel to your dock and just sideways the boat in. You can assist with the bow thruster. So it's nice to have options before docking. And we're just going to glide into our location over here. A lot of bumping, so a lot of power in and out, small moves. The whole idea of slow is pro. There's no rush to get into our slip. And if your approach is wrong, there's nothing wrong with pulling back out and doing it again. So right now I'm just using the throttles in forward and reverse. Both are in forward. Now I got my starboard in reverse. The other one in the port in forward. Now I'm just gliding. And if my bow's going in too soon, I can just ease off with the bow thruster to slow it down. And now I'm gonna put the port engine into reverse. A little juice right there just to help kick that in. And I'm gonna put the starboard in forward. So I'm coming in flat, reverse. And this is what docking should be like. I should be able to calmly step off the boat, and if Dan comes out, I'll show you what I do with the lines. So now my braided lines, I just grab them, no tangles, no rushing. And then this one, I want to get as close to this cleat as possible. We don't have a lot of room in front of us. So this is gonna be my V in the back. And then this is setting the boat. So I'm gonna come up and spring the boat back, and that's gonna position the boat where it needs to be. I like to keep my swim platform open, which is why I prefer a V setup here instead of an A setup in the back. And then this is good to go, so we're just gonna snug this up, and then I'm gonna take it back down and spring it one more time. And again, if you have someone inside the boat right now, they could be assisting me with the bow thruster. And then again, I have my forward line, and you see these braid coils, how nice that is? I just drop it down, now I got my bow line. And we're gonna let the bow kick out a little bit. And then we're just gonna catch this cleat and come back up and spring it up here. So I always go to the cleat aft of the direction I'm coming from, or forward if it's from the aft, if that made any sense at all. Then when I have this much extra line, I don't like to do half hitches, I just wrap. So the way we have this set up now is if I'm leaving, I can undo these lines on the boat and take off, so someone doesn't have to be on the dock. This spring line's just a little tight, so I'm gonna ease up on this. I think I'll just wrap the spring line up here. there you have it. That's how we move in with a Sargo. It's as easy as that. There's a lot to learn, but if you eliminate the things that aren't working and do the right things, there's only a few right things and there's a lot of wrong things. So that's how we like to do it here with the Sargos, and having this walkthrough really helps with getting to the dock safely.